Yeah, and we are live. Yeah, so GM, everyone. GM. So my name is Cindy Kamau, as usual. So welcome to the sorry to keep you waiting, guys. So yeah, welcome to the final session of our bootcamp. So it has been a really lovely journey. So it's the last week of the bootcamp, and then afterwards we'll continue with more bootcamps during the next session. So yeah, today we have two new presenters. So we have Galian and we have Soliu. So they will be the ones who will be taking us through today's session. For the bootcamp. So this session will focus more on front end. So the NFT smart contract, which we created last week, is what we're going to try and create an interface for it this week so that you guys can learn more about how to integrate your front end with smart contracts, because smart contract development is not the only phase in blockchain. There's a lot of aspects, right? Yeah, so with that, thank you so guys for joining in. Thank you, Galian. Thank you, Solu. So they'll be our instructors for the day. And yes, in case you this is your first session, so we have a Telegram group, so we have all the recordings. So I'll also share them in the screen as we continue so that you can catch up. But otherwise, last week we went through designing an NFT smart contract and also an NFT auction. So essentially, it was an ERC 721. We went through all the nitty-gritties, how to upload your NFT to IPFS and all that, and all the methods which are used, and also how about inheritance, how you're able to inherit some of the features in other smart contracts and then into your smart contract, right? Yeah, so this last session, it will be more of front end and integrations. So yeah, with that, without much further ado, let me get the stage to Soliu so that he can start us off. Yeah, so Soliu will give us a quick intro to how for smart contracts. Front end is integrated, and then Galian will take us through the live coding session. Yeah, so after this, guys, we'll have our last assignment. So if you haven't finished through with all the assignments, we'll give you guys time for the rest of the month as you continue on your holiday sessions, on your holiday mood, so that you can finish up on the assignments, so that you can be able to design and also implement at least a workable NFT marketplace. Yeah, so without further ado, Solu, here is your stage. You can first introduce yourself. What do you do? And yeah, you can kick us off. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Jim, everyone. My name is Solju Ahmad. People call me Focus. Yeah. From Nigerian. One of the core contributors at Celo Africa. Yeah, we have here with me is Galian and my boss, Cindy and Jordan. Thank you for everything. Yeah. So yeah, that's all about me. Thank you.
Okay, so you can start us off. So you can share your screen and then I'll add it to the stage.
All right. Let me share my screen.
In the meantime, as Soliu prepares his setup, I hope it would be after the bootcamp session. It would be nice to we'll release like a feedback form so that we learn from you guys what is the strongest points which we had during the bootcamp, what should we improve on, what did we not focus on, were you able to learn at least something during the course of the bootcamp. So the goal of this bootcamp was more of foundational, so it was more of a foundational aspect of it. So next year we'll be holding more of these bootcamps. So like 4 in general. So 2 will be beginner level, completely beginner level. So we'll be catering to our audience who are completely new beginners, so that we don't rush through the concepts. And then afterwards we'll have a bit more. We'll have very advanced bootcamps, so to cater for also seasoned developers. Yeah, so we want to cater to our audience as much as possible. Yeah, so just a second. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay.
Let
So
me.
Soliu as okay. In the meantime, Galen, you can be introducing yourself to the team, and also Jordan, you can say hi.
Hi to Jordan. Oh, hi everyone. My name is Guardian. I'm a blockchain developer and a core contributor at Celo Africa DAO. So yeah, I'll be taking you through some nice stuff. So yeah, that's all about me.
Yeah, so this team here is part of the Celo Africa DAO team, so we all work together. So you'll be seeing more of our faces next year in as we continue with the boot camps. But yeah, so Liu, please zoom in so that people can see. Yeah, we can see your screen. Yes.
Yeah, GM.
Okay, so we can see your screen, Liu, so you can continue.
So are you seeing my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. Right. Jim, everyone. Yeah. So this is let me show you the let me show you guys the output of the project, which is the NFT marketplace. Are you seeing it?
Yeah. Yeah, we can see
Are
it.
you
Yes, we can see it.
okay. All right. Uh, this is the static.
You can also mute some of the notification on your side. Yeah, but it's okay. Continue.
Okay. Yeah. This is the static of the NFT marketplace, which Galian will be taking us through the interaction with the contract. Um, this is the market, which is the features, community, and my NFT. So when we are done and we are able to like interact, so when we are able to create the NFT, so this is where the NFT is going to come to. Then we're able to connect the wallet. Before you can able to do anything, you need to connect the wallet. Once you connect your wallet, then you can create. After creating, so then you're able to like buy the NFT, and once you are able to create it successfully, the NFT is going to be showing here. Here it said we don't have any NFT yet because we've not been interact with the contract yet. Yeah, am I audible enough? Are you guys hearing me? Are you with me?
Yeah, so you can continue. So
All right.
I've removed everyone on stage so that you occupy the entire stage so that people can see. Yeah, but we are
Okay.
with you. You can see. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Please
Okay.
continue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. So this is our component where we have the navbar, the footer, the create NFT component, and the hero, the landing page, the loading, and everything. So everything about the web page, the landing page. So this is the component for everything. Here we have the ABI. So that's the ABI folder where we have, once we deploy the contract, so we are going to have the ABI. So it's the ABI that we are going to use to connect to interact with the contract. Yeah. So this is the folder that we have for the ABI, and this is the ABI presently. So we've already put it here. So it's going to like interact with the contract once Ghana,
Okay.
yeah. So this is
Yeah,
our
okay. So just a quick question. If someone, for those of us who are listening in and they don't know what ABIs are specifically, so could you maybe explain to us like what is an ABI? How do they work? Yeah.
all right. Thank you. So an ABI there's no how you want to interact with your contract, because once you deploy a contract, you are going to once the contract is deployed successfully, you are going to receive two things. The first thing is artifact and cache. Then under it, so we are going to have an ABI. So this ABI exactly, that's what we are going to like copy, because it's going to be in form of array of objects. Yeah. So once you copy this ABI, you are going to like uh take it, create a separate folder, a separate file for it as we did it here, then paste it there. Once you are able to do that, then you are able to like interact it with the front end that you are trying to integrate with here. So that is because if you don't deploy if you deploy the contract, you're able to like get the ABI. So then the artifact and cache, it shows that okay, the contract is being deployed successfully. But once you compile, after you compile, you deploy. So you're able to see, then you're able to see that too, it's going to be in form of JSON format and copy and paste it. Yeah. All right. So here, where we have store folder. So inside this store folder, we are able to like have the model, update model, and show model. So this is just like with it, the landing page has not finished. So subsequently, when we continue like working on the landing page of the thing, so we are going to like still like interact with the some components over there. So just like this set loading message. So it's just like once you're able to click, once you're able to create the message. So the moment, the time where the message will be, it depends on the network what you are using. So depend on what immediately this it's creating. So it will be creating, maybe loading or something. Yeah. So that's, you can see we have loading. So immediately the network is good and able to like interact. So the NFT that you are trying to create is going to create successfully and upload. Yeah. So inside this app, that's where we pass we import all the footers, all the components that we created in the landing page, which is create NFT, footer, landing page, loading, my list, and navbar, and show NFT, update NFT. Yeah. So here, where we have blockchain.services. So this is, if you guys remember, NS and Ebenezer and Rones, they make mention of NFT, and also Cindy also made mention of IPFS. So IPFS is just like where we put our where we upload pictures on a blockchain and it's interacting with the contract. Yeah. So, but all the functions that we created here, because we are not using IPFS on this current NFT project. So if we are using an IPFS, so we are going to need some things, but we are not making use of it. You can see that the function that we created, we just created not usable. So, but once we want to use it, so we are going to make use of IPFS. Then we create, and it's going to be an async function. Then you'll be able to like upload and get all the functions. So, but we are not implementing this on this project for now. So as time goes on, so we are going to do that maybe probably next year on the next session. Yeah. So where we have constants. So this is our JWT token, and this is our Pinata API key, and this is our Pinata secret API key. Yeah.
So, okay, so just for people, just a second. So just for people who might be wondering what Pinata is essentially, so it works the same way as IPFS. So if you are in our previous class, we said when you're building NFTs, which might be images, they might be YouTube videos, you might not have like, you might not store all this data in the blockchain because it's going to be very expensive. So we use services like IPFS to actually store your data, your actual images, or your actual YouTube videos, which you want to mint them as NFTs there. So Pinata is also a service where you upload all your files, which will be staying there, and then you export them. You export that metadata into now your smart contracts and also the front end. Yeah. So for someone who might be asking what Pinata is, yes, please continue.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So this is why we use Pinata is because we not implement the IPFS that we put inside the folder, inside the component of blockchain.services. Yeah. So because the process is a little bit long, and because of the time and everything, so we are able to like use Pinata API, so that because to make the work a little bit easier and very short. Yeah. So now this is our index.js. So you all know anytime you use um uh uh Next.js or React, so you need to render. So this is where we're able to render our app.js and browser router, because once you click the, for example, now if I go to, if I click this my NFT now, it take me to where we have the uh where we have the NFT page. So it's once you are able to click, it's going to take you to another page. So that is the route. So for you to be able to pass this route, so you need to create a render for it and able to like wrap it with browser router, and you're able to pass the app where all the components are being passed here. So package.json and Tailwind configuration. So this Tailwind configuration, because we use Tailwind, and we are able to like pass in all the things that we were able to, like the keyframe and transform and everything, animation. So because immediately you click the border, so it's going to take the animation, whereby it's not going to be blank. It's not going to be a form of animation. Yeah. So that's why we're able to like put this, because of the configuration. Yeah. So that's basically, that is all about the structure of the code and everything. Yes. So I'll refer to Gallian.
Okay. Okay. So before leaving, I know Galian will take us. So this was just like a higher level overview of how the structure for the front end looks like. So Galian will take us through it like step by step, where you start. Essentially, I have my NFT smart contract. I've deployed it, right? So how do I start with front end? So Galian will help us do like a live session where we go through it like step by step. If it's using Create React app, if it's using this. Yeah, so in case you have any questions, please feel free to post them in the chat. But otherwise, this was a higher level overview. So to be able to connect this, Gallian will take us through step by step, essentially where you start from. Yeah, so Gallian, please take the stage. And yeah, so Solyu, you can remove your screen so Gallian can share his. Yeah, thank you. Okay, Gallian, the floor is yours now. And you have muted yourself. Gallian, you have muted yourself. Yes.
Oh,
thank you.
guys, I was saying that's so bad. I shared the wrong screen. I'm gonna share the right
It's okay.
one.
Okay.
I went to the screen. I want to go the screen, and that's it. All right. Oh, this is so I keep sharing wrong screens, and that's not visible. I'm having
Yeah,
multiple
it's
screens,
not visible. Okay.
and I'm trying to
So
get the best one to display to my guys right there. So I'll have to go with, okay, a second. If I pull this, it's gonna show. Yeah. What's up? Meanwhile, I'm Guardian though. You should know. Actually, let me minimize this screen to make sure you can view it properly.
okay. In the meantime, you could be introducing yourself. What do you do in the space? What are you going to take us through?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna be taking us through not any crazy stuff, but just developing on Celo. And what's gonna happen is we are going to interact with the NFT. So the focus is gonna be oriented to the NFT itself, to the interaction with the NFT marketplace. So I'm gonna share with you a state of report that you're gonna clone with me. We're gonna install all dependencies, and then from there we're going to focus on the interaction mostly, and all the other like the necessary things, because I know those are the things you need, and then from there on you can kick up. So that's that for now. So I guess it would be okay if I jump into the coding right now. So
Okay, yeah.
I might have to close this. So, oh, tab is number one, number two. Okay. I'll probably start by sharing my what is going on. I can't view the screens properly. I can view some of my tabs, so I don't understand what is the issue. Maybe. So I'm gonna take this little. Okay. So I guess at this point I can be able to share my small screen right there. All right. But before anything, I'd like to take us through the demo. I don't know. We
Okay,
can be
that
something
would
that
be great.
we haven't seen. So
Yeah, you can take us through the demo first.
okay. So what I'll do right now is I would minimize my stuff here. Oh gosh. Okay. 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 We can head over to here. I don't know. I'm not sharing the entire screen. My bad, guys. I'm having issues managing a lot of monitors. I don't know which
Okay.
one is the. Oh, can I just share the front end separately, and then we will come back for the coding session later.
Yeah. So just
Yeah.
share the front end first. I add it to stage, and then afterwards, yeah, we'll
All
just work
right.
with what we have. Nice. Okay.
Okay. So here's what we are looking at. It's a marketplace. All what we're gonna do is making the interaction simple. But the final product will look like this. When you're not connected, it's gonna ask you to connect your wallet. You're gonna go ahead and connect your MetaMask wallet. Make sure it's on Celo Alpha Drawer Statement. And after that, when you just connect, that's when you go and load all of the listed NFTs. As any user, I'm gonna drop this in the chat probably for Cindy. I'll drop it later for Cindy. But for any user who wants to create an NFC to sell on this marketplace, you go
Okay, I've
here
already
on.
shared the link. So we can continue. So guys can also tinker with the front end also to make it a bit more
All right.
interactive. Yes.
Sure. For anyone who wants to create, you grab your image. Which you can do from there, and I'm say
Just a quick Okay, just a quick second. So currently what we're seeing right now is the Vassal homepage. So we can only see the link. So I think what you're sharing like a window, right? Instead of the entire screen, because we can't see you interacting with the interface. We can only see your Vassal. Yeah, we can only see your Vassal homepage. Yeah, so as he fixes that, so for those of guys who don't know Vassal, so as you continue with your front end journey, Vassal is a very important tool which you're going to be using to host your web applications. So normally with Vassal it's you just once you're done with your smart contract, because normally with your front end interface, right? So normally you're going to like use the local host to be able to interact with it. But if you want it to be accessible over the internet, you deploy your front end interface using Vassal. Yeah, so it mostly has a free plan. So you just import your GitHub repository, which has your GitHub, which has your front end, and then you just deploy. So it's a one-click deployment so that your website can be accessible. Yes. Okay, so
All right, I guess at this point you can view my screen. Are you able to
yes.
see what I have here?
Yeah, so I can only see like your home page, like your homepage for your okay, nice,
Oh
nice.
gosh. You can see now what I have in my browser right now.
Yeah, your MetaMask.
All right, right now we are on the NFT page. I guess you can see the same on the other side.
Not really. So I think it's an issue with it's not rendering, like there's maybe an issue with the internet, because I can still on my end I can still see the MetaMask page. Okay, yeah.
Right now.
17.96 USD. Yeah. But anyways, you can continue. If it does not work out, just show us the code first of all, and then as we continue, you can be able to show us the interaction. I've also shared the link, so yeah, we can still continue because of the interest of time. Yeah, just take us through the code. Okay.
Oh, my bad. I hopped off unwillingly, and I just want to give everybody the same experience I had building. So I'm feeling like I don't do that. Right now, you can view everything. I guess here I can.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, my.
Yes, we are great. We're great.
Okay, guys. So I'm gonna disconnect this application, you know, so I can give you all the ginger that it has. So, all right. I just disconnect. It's gonna give me a pop-up. So what we're viewing right now is the NFT marketplace that we're going to build. And at the initial stage, when you are not connected, you can't view any NFT because you're not gonna interact with them. And what you have to do is connecting your wallet. That's the first thing you do to interact with the blockchain. So we're gonna go ahead and do that here. Have a pop-up already. So I have to confirm, and it's gonna connect me. Once it connects, it loads the listed NFT. And what you can do is an NFT that you own. First of all, you're going. If you click here, you're going to see edit price. If you own it, if you don't own it, you're gonna see buy, because that's why you see the details. Who's the owner? Details about it. So the great feature about this is create, which you can do by clicking here or here. So I'm gonna go ahead with this and upload an NFT right here. Say this is uh, Bowered Apple app. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna put here 1. Uh, Let me probably put 5, 2, 3, and then say okay. Any description can work here, right? Anything you want. It's your NFT. So all that you can mint this NFT, and the MetaMask is gonna pop up again. You have to confirm, right? You make the confirmation, you initialize the transaction plus minting. Once it's done minting, it's gonna reload, and once it reloads, you're going to see your NFT right here. What can you do as an NFT owner? So you can edit it. Then here we're talking about editing the price. It's at 3, you can put it at 1, you the boss, and the pop-up MetaMask pops up again, you confirm, and at this point, you are updating the price. After it's done, it's gonna reload again. Mostly, when you are working with Web3 products, the reloading parts is the most basic user experience you'll have if you are not using something like the graph to just have the Web2 experience whereby you don't have a lot of reloads. But as we are going basic, we are making sure you guys we're on the same we're on the same page with you. Just giving you the easier experience, the easier way to develop, and from there you can do some other crazy stuff along the way. So here we are seeing the listed NFTs. What you can do is you have created one, you have updated the price. Let's check the buy functionality. This is the NFT that we don't own, right? Then we can buy it. If you don't own something, then you can buy it. Only the owner cannot buy their own NFT. They can only be able to edit, like you can see on the previous one here. So we can click right here, go ahead and buy this NFT. And once you buy it, it directly transfers the ownership to us. So we are going to be the owner, meaning we are going to now be able to edit the price, put it lower or higher, depends on us. So that's the thing. We have done it again. This is our NFT right now. You can see the owner is us. We can go ahead and update the price, because we own it already. And it's gonna update accordingly. Nothing crazy right there. The reload is still gonna be there. Sorry about that. We got it. I won. All of these NFTs belongs to us. You can check here and find all. Now I own some NFTs. I'm gonna be rich. But this is on testnet though. So I'm gonna take you through the code right now because that's the most fun part and I enjoy doing it. And I bet you're gonna enjoy it too. So let me have this right here, this code opened so we can do some other interesting stuff together. So right there, I will go ahead and say, let's open, oh gosh, let's open this. Okay. Can you see this page that I've just opened right now?
We're still at the NFT marketplace page.
Oh
yes.
gosh, yeah, so
okay, just take your time. In the meantime, as you continue, I wanted to just remind so that people can be able to connect and see all the functions which you were talking about last week, so that they can be able to see how they work in the front end, right? Because example, we talked about ownership tracking. Example, Gallian has just been able to buy an NFT from the marketplace, right? So when we talked about ownership tracking last week, this is how we are able to track the previous owner who minted the NFT to now the new owner who is Gallian who has bought it, right? And also be able to check like the balances of the account who has which has minted the NFT. We also talked about the metadata, which is the metadata which you have seen when we were creating an NFT, like the token, the NFT symbol, like other description of the NFTs. Those are some of the metadata which we talked about. And also we talked about transferring now the tokens and also transferring the NFTs. So I hope you guys can see how now what we were talking about last week connects to now how you'll be able to implement it in the front end. All the methods which you talked about when you're implementing in an NFT smart contract last week. So if you are not in our class last week, kindly we will share the recording so that you can be able to see that and you can be able to connect the dots essentially. And also what Gallian is teaching will be part of the assignment. So you can also like pay attention so that you can be able to understand and design your own NFT marketplace like what he has shown us. Yeah, in the meantime you can continue.
all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that okay, if you go right here, you can be able to grab this link. This is the state of the state of repo that we have, and it's gonna help you get some of the UI already done for you, and we focus only on on the interactions and trying to make it be like a real app, because right now it's just something empty and we are the one to bring data on it. So I think we're good on that. So I'm gonna go ahead and share back the I'm sorry I'm flipping through screens because that's all I can do. I'm new to streaming to streaming.
It's okay. It's okay. No worries, no worries. So you can just continue.
All right, so I'll do this. put it
Yeah,
on
so
the
Gallian is an 100x engineer, so he cannot code without having so many so many. So just take your
okay.
time. Yeah. Okay.
I never knew everything was just in the background. I couldn't see the other screens. But actually, I guess everyone can view my current repository right now because
Yes.
I've done what's best in my life to make sure it's visible. So here is how when you clone the repo, here's the outcome you'll get when you navigate through these repositories, Mercado NFT, and this is what Sodi has been explaining. So what I can say is just let me give you a brief understanding of what you're gonna do and what it's all about, because I want you to understand it the way I'm gonna be coding with you along. I want you to be on the same page with me. So what we're doing here is this is just a React app. We have all the components, right? Like the component means the navbar is a component, the alert is a component, the footer is a component, the card is a component, the hero page is a component. All of those stuff are components, and we put them in a component folder. If we have any should I say images or whatever we're trying to display on the website, statically we put them in assets. Understand? And if we have if we want to view what we have in components, like the component that we have, we want to view them on our page, we come here and sorry, we come down here to the index. We have already these wrappers, and I know for anyone who has done React, they know what these routers are. This the wrapper that we're putting here is all about routing people. When you buy an NFT or when you click on my NFT, when you click on my NFT list, we went directly to the page that shows our NFTs, the NFT that belongs to us. This is what it's helping us. So we're passing the app as a children, and then the wrapping type of thing is being done here. Or we have a navbar. If you click on the logo, you stay home. If you click on my list, you go to see the listings that you have. If you click on create NFT, if we don't click on create NFT, actually these are models. When you click on create NFT, it pops up. You upload your image, title, same for this one, the update NFT, and same for the show NFT. Because I guess we've done it on the front end and you've been seeing. We saw the NFT, we edited the price. So these are all the models that we have. And all these models still are components. They're found here. You can find them here, like the alerts type of thing. Everything is still create NFT. These are just components that we have done, that we've created. So at this point, what else I want you to understand is what we have here in the contract. In the contract, basically, we have Mercado NFT marketplace, which is just the same as the NFT we built in the previous session. So I'm gonna walk you through to just use some functionalities that we're gonna be using, but it's not really necessary for now. But what we have here is the major stuff. Why? I can walk you back here to tell you, to talk to you a little bit about more about what's necessary or what are the necessary dependencies that we're using in this build. And the first one is React Hook Global State. This is kind of like the use state hooks. It's kind of like a Redux, a simplified Redux, library, or should I say dependency that we're using to kind of like manage the state of our application. This application is built, and what do I mean by states? States are just like, okay, a user isn't connected, but once a user connects, we should show the NFTs. So in that stage, we are talking about the initial state where the user wasn't connected on the app, and once it's connected, we should now fetch first of all the items that he has, meaning the NFTs that he has, and the NFTs listed on the platform. And once the user connects, it changes the states. Which states? The user key was empty. But once you connect, the user has now a value, which is the wallet address. So that's why we are using this global state for. It's just managing all those type of states. A user creates an NFT, a user mints, you can see the pop-up coming. That pop-up shows that, okay, we are going through, there's a transaction going through. And once it confirms, it's gonna say, okay, successfully sent or successfully minted. All of those are states that we're talking about. React icons is just a small icons you are going to be using, like the hamburger menu, the console, order. So React router DOM, these are just inbuilt dependencies to help you manage the state. Sorry, the routing. We're going to go here to the toast, which we're now using mostly because we have our own models. So the major other thing that I want you to know about is right here where you see Tailwind. Tailwind is just a front-end a CSS framework that helps you simplify the building components, like styling component. That's what I wanted to say. I'm sorry that I'm talking like that. So, but that's what I meant. So, what else can we look at right now? Is the Web3 wallet. The Web3 wallet is a lab, or it's just it's a library that we're using in our application to interact with, to connect the wallet. And the interaction between us, the users, and the blockchain is through the RCP URL, and the RCP URL lays in our wallet, and on our wallet we have a wallet address, and the wallet address belongs to the blockchain. It's a long chain. Let me just keep it simple. To interact with the blockchain, you need a wallet, because that wallet possesses a RCP URL. So the RPC URL is the main agent that helps you communicate to the blockchain. And how do you communicate then? With our contract on the blockchain. So it's just like for us, first of all, to communicate, we have to have the wallet. And how do we communicate to our contract? We have to use the ABI. The ABI is just like an API. The ABI, in simple terms, is application binary interface. The way you use the API in Web2 to make some calls, like, okay, I'm gonna post this picture. I guess you've done it on Facebook. You're gonna post a picture. You're gonna go ahead and update the description of it. So that in Web2, we use APIs to communicate like that. But here we're going to use, because we have our backend, and our backend, the smart contract, we're going to use the ABI, which is the application binary interface. It possesses all the functions. As you can see, if we go here, we can find a bunch of functions that we are going to be working with most of the time. And let me just preview some. It's right here. Pay to mint. This is the function that we're going to use, and it's payable, and you can see the function. So this is the way we interact with it. Do not mind about this, because I didn't build it. It's just that my smart contracts run perfectly when I compiled, and it created the interface for me. So it's engineered already. As long as your contract runs perfectly, you can still have the API. If you compile it successfully, you get the API. So too much talking. Let's get into coding right now. What I'm gonna want you to do right now is we are going to keep the focus on the first thing. I'm gonna put it down here or add a notes where we say steps.txt, and then here first thing is connect the wallets, right? And how we gonna do that? Everything that does blockchain interaction, we're going to put them in blockchain service.j6. And everything that manages the states, we are going to put them under this stuff file in index.js. And as I told you, we are having different states. This is how it works actually, the global states. You create set states, use states, and get global states. I guess this is simple. It's just, okay, we are having a setter, we are having the user, and we are having the getter. So, and when we create our state, it's gonna be simple. Instead of create them as use state and multiple use state, we are going to create all of them right here. You place every state that you have, you just have and come here and place it here. That this is a state that we have. This is the show model. This is the alerts. This is the connected. I told you. Remember, I told you we are managing state. When a user is not connected, the value is empty. You can see it right now. But the user, once the user is connected, as we are going to code along, you'll see it. We are going to fill in a value, which is grabbing the wallet address and put it in here. And once you want to use it to display it on our website, we are going to use global state and grab it and display it on our website. It's just a simplified way to do stuff. These are just setters for alerts, which don't matter the most about the interaction with the blockchain. Too much talking again. Let's jump into the nav bar and start with connecting our wallets. And this job is gonna be here. So this is the nav bar, and again, our interaction are gonna be here. What we start with is we start with our connection to the wallet, and it's gonna be done in this function. If you clone the repo with me, or you're trying to follow up and then come up next, that would be very, very helpful, because I want you to be focused on what I'm doing so we are all on the same page. So first of all, as we are using Web3.js, what we're gonna have here is we are going to grab the component, the property Ethereum, which is there. As long as you've installed MetaMask, you can grab Ethereum. You can get this Ethereum from your window. And this is the way we do so. So I'm just trying to simplify the work for us to not go crazy. For you to have this property, the Ethereum property here that we're having, you have to have MetaMask installed, unless it's not going to be there. So I guess probably in the previous session, you had an opportunity to install it. So what we're going to have here, we're going to have window.web3, and then we're going to create an instance, which is going to be equal to actually the new Web3. Boom. And what we have here, we're going to pass here the Ethereum property. And at this point, we'll be good to go. We've created the instance of Web3, and then we are going to get a provider still on the same, and assign it to the same property, the Web3 window. So which we're going to do right here, and we're going to place that right there. And we're going to open our parenthesis, we're going to assign it a value by doing that one, and then get the window.web3 and try to get the current provider. So I can grab a current provider instead. So we can grab the current provider here, right? At this point, we've grabbed this property from the window, we created an instance of it, and then get the current provider, still assign it to this Web3 window. So we are going to go down here, and what we're going to do is we are going to start with getting the wallet address and assign it to our global state, which is the connected account. So what you're going to do is we are going to first of all try to get his global state here. We'll create this variable. Remember, this global state is something we created here down. it's here. It also created this, and it's empty. So for us to use it in our connection, we have to do what? We have to get it. And for us to get it, actually, we'll have to we have to import this global use and global. We're going to have to import these properties, and these properties are what you're just getting here. Simply, what you have here is these are status, like the states, substates of these global hook states, and this is what we're going to use. So here, first of all, we're just using the get state. We are getting these states, these specific states, and you are trying to assign it the wallet address. What you're going to do is if this state exists, what we are going to do is we are going to get a Web3 instance, which we can just do here. If connected wallet, oh gosh, my bad. If connected wallet, what we can do is we are going to have const Web3, which is going to be equal to Web3 dot, it's going to be just equal to this one up here. I'm not going to waste time on it. So we're gonna get that instance, the provider right there. And what you're going to do is we are going to directly try to get a contract. How do we get a contract? To get a contract, you're going to use the ABI. Remember, we have an ABI and we have the contract address. I guess you guys deployed this in the last session, which is good. Once you deploy, you get your contract address, which is the address of the contract on the blockchain, and the ABI is just what you get on your local environment. And if you verify it, it can still also be found on Etherscan or Celo Etherscan. So for now, what you're going to do is we're going to get the contract. How are we getting the skeleton of the contract so we can interact with it? We use the ABI plus address, and which statement is the best getting. So we're going to first of all try to get first of all the ABI here imported here, and we're also trying to get an address here. So to get a contract ABI, we just do it with these statements. How? We have the ABI which is under this folder and in this file, and this is it, which you can see just here on the other side of the screen. And as we are naming it this ABI, we are grabbing this ABI, we are naming our post ABI, and we import it from this. So we are going to use it down here so we can get the contracts, and this is how it's been done. So a great statement to get done with that, it can be done like this. What we're going to get here is we are creating a variable called contract. We are using this Web3 instance, and we call this property ETH. This is just a Web3 library that we are using for you to interact with the contract. We have to get the instance of it and call ETH, and then call contract on it. Then you pass the ABI plus the contract address. There is multiple ways you can store your contract address. Probably you don't want it to look ugly like this, but to me, as it's to get you just to interact with the contract, I'm gonna put it clearly like that. So we have the ABI. Okay, we get the contract. How do we get the contract instance? We pass the ABI and we pass in the address where on the instance of Web3 does ETH does contract, and then we pass the parameters. There are only two required. And then for us to get actually we should return something, because that's an if statement, unless we're going to say the statement is and the contract is empty, right? So we do this, and then that's done. So for now, we have gotten our contracts in our, in our, My bad. We are doing this here. We are getting our contract in our get contract. I'm sorry. So we are getting this contract here so we can get to interact with it. So what's gonna happen is we've done the nitty gritty type of coding right there. So we can go ahead and connect our wallet then because we already have the contract here. And what you can do is we're gonna leave this here because it's gonna be living in some of our functions down. So we're gonna go ahead and do the connection. My really bad. Keep on I keep on forgetting about the right function to call. So I'm gonna do some copy paste to help us save time, but do more explanations to make sure you understand. And then in the next sessions, which are coming in June, are going to help you guys go through everything like step by step, which is still the same way you can get right here. So we have gotten our instance up here. For us to connect the wallet, you have to check if it exists. If it does not exist, we say, okay, no, we alert. We alert. You see here, we are alerting our users that please install the MetaMask wallet, and this is in red, right? And here you can see that we are trying to get the account. So for us to interact with the blockchain again, we need to get the account and we get them from our wallet. So this is the property that's gonna help us, the MetaMask property that's gonna help us get the contract, get the accounts and our account on our wallet. And then those accounts, within those accounts, we're gonna choose the first one that we're gonna interact with. And the first one is gonna be the one that we're gonna choose. We're gonna confirm, sign to be used on our dApp. So, and the property that the function that we use is we call the function or method request, and we pass the objects where we have a methodless key and is request account. So this statement itself helps us get the account on our MetaMask, and then at this point we have to assign one account, and one of those accounts is the presently connected account. The presently connected account or the current connected account is gonna be the first account within the array, because once you get here, you get a bunch of wallet. You have a lot of contracts, and so a lot of wallet addresses. And if you have one still, when you get the contract using the request function, you still get an array of addresses. If it's one, it's still gonna be an array that contains one address. So at this point, we take the first one at index 0, and we just made it uppercase, and we assign it to this. Again, this reflects what we have here and which we have here. We have set this, we have started, this is the initial state of it, and we have the setter. The setter is just a function that sets values to some keys. So, and you know, this is the keys. So down here, when we get this address, what do? We set this initial state, which is the connected account, to the first address in our wallet address. It's not gonna pick just the first, it's gonna pick the one that you've chosen to log in with. So for you can ignore this now, this code, line of code, but here I always try to reload. Once you connect, I try to reload. This is the experience that we mostly have when whether you use something like the graph, the indexer. So we have to reload the window so it reflects our wallet on the website on as a value here. And then if we have any error, it just prints the error. This is just a simple function, and all it does is that gets the wallet, the first wallet, and assign it to this value, set it to this value, and you're good to go. Reloads the window for you. And if you don't have any account to remember, or sorry, if you don't have any wallet address, it's gonna throw this error in the model. And if you have you didn't connect the wallet, it's gonna print the error as a message. So How do we get this to reach the front end right now? So for that to reach the front end, we're gonna have to tackle this other function to make sure we got everything on point, right? So we're going to have a couple of these function again, which is gonna help us work right here. So what we're going to do is we are going to get this instance. Again, if we don't have any wallets, it's gonna alert. This is just an alert model. We're gonna alert the people that, okay, we don't have any MetaMask installed. Please install one. And it's gonna get again the contract. It's gonna check. It's gonna check if we have changed the chain by taking the chain ID, which is not a big of the deal right now because we are not changing chains or using one chain. So what we can focus on is, okay, we get the contracts, we get the account, and if the account length, if we have the account has a length or it's greater than 0, we set again this to we set this property to the first wallet address. And if not, we are late. Please connect your wallet address. It's gonna be in red. This is just a CSS property. So, and if you don't have any accounts, it's gonna just say no account. And if you don't happen to connect, it's gonna still keep our value as 0, which you can view here. Our value is still initially 0. And if we don't put anything, we don't connect any wallets, the value is gonna stay 0. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our page right here, right? And we can go ahead and create here use a user effect. User effect is a React hook that helps you load, should I say, it manages the states depending on the value that you give. If you probably set it without giving it any constants or any dependencies type of thing, so it can help you load let me say even load data from any API calls, for any contract calls, or depending on the dependency that you pass through. Mostly using Web3 when you are connecting a wallet and you don't pass any dependencies. Why? Because you don't want anything to influence the wallet connection. So when you pass a dependency, if let me say you're saying after every incrementation, you want this function to reload. So you can put, let me say, you're incrementing the value, say this is the value, you can put the value there and we can put the next value as a dependency. It's gonna help you reload it over and over again when the function, when the value changes. And what we're gonna do or focus on right now is creating one of these here, which is gonna be as simple as this. So probably you're wondering, why do we have, okay, probably you're wondering why do we have them like this and why don't we import a function, which we're gonna do. So we have to import a function too. So we are going to grab the function from these services down here and we're gonna put it here, and we just have all of these here. So I'm gonna have wallets. I'm gonna get this function as wallets, which is here, now exported, or we can push it down here to the exported values or functions, which makes it visible to us or accessible to us in this contract. And then we can use it down here. And also we have to make sure we have our use, sorry, my bad, I'm still keep on repeating stuff. So I'm gonna had it imported here already in my stater, which I don't need. Okay, so you have your use states, which is gonna help you make calls to different functions depending on the dependencies that you're passing in. That's the easiest way I can explain this hook state. It helps you make calls or make dynamic changes depending on the value that you are passing in. If you pass any dependencies, if you don't pass, then it's not gonna depend on anything at all. So in our case, it does
Okay,
not
just
depend.
to interject a little bit, because in React mostly we talk about React hooks, right? So could you maybe like take us through essentially what do we mean by React hooks in general? Like what do they do when we're building like front-end interfaces? Yeah.
So what I would say about um, React hooks, the easy way is there are some React libraries that we use all over our apps, anything we usually use React hooks depending. It depends on which purpose you're using them from. There are some to manage state. There are some to like it's mostly about, how did I say it in simple word? React hooks, you can use them to manage state of the application, and it depends on which purpose you're using them for. Some of them are used for easy data fetching or easy, should I say, data loading. Some of them are used to just manage state A to state B, and we have different type of them. But React hooks actually are libraries that helps us interact with. They're kind of like bypassing all this hard coding. You don't have to hard code everything. Hard code like a bunch of lines. It's just a library that helps you make more interaction with the app in terms of dynamic change, static changes, and all that. So, and what we are using right now, we're using use effect. Use effect is one of the React tools. What does it help us to do right now? It's just helping us call the function is wallet connected to make sure our wallet pops up, and then we connect the wallet. That's what it's doing. Because here we don't pass any dependencies. If we pass any dependencies, like if user is connected, so every time the user is connected to is not connected, it's gonna be asking this same function. It's gonna be reloading this function, which pops up again the wallet. It's a great experience actually, but I did not want to put it because I have a reload function. I have a reload uh call that I'm making here, so I don't need to pass that thing as function as dependency. So what I'm gonna do right now is use the wallet, try to connect then the wallet to the dApp. So I'm gonna have us running npm run dev or start. I'm sorry.
Could you
And
maybe like just zoom in on the terminal? You can like drag it a bit so that it can occupy just the terminal. You can just sort of drag it up a bit so that we can
oh
see.
yeah.
Yeah. And you can also like try and
So
zoom in just a little bit. Yeah.
okay. This is too much. Okay,
Yeah, it's okay. Just yeah, that's perfect. No,
that's
just
okay.
where you were previously. Okay.
Is this fine? Because to
Just a
me,
little bit more, just a little bit more, just yeah, that's okay.
I can't even see where I am. Okay, so I'm gonna there's a all a knowledge that I didn't import in my blockchain, which is causing the error right now. Should be here from the store. Place it on top here. So it's outlets. I guess for now we should be able to run this on the dev. Let me just run it on our. Oh no! Can you be able to view this screen back again? Okay, my bad. I'm gonna put this here so it can be. Okay, we are having an error saying set outlet has been defined on line 3. So I'm having this defined twice now at app, which is not good actually. I head back and set outlets is here. They said it's been defined already on line 3.
Yes, please, because actually you've
Yeah,
imported set alert from store first and then you've imported it again. So yeah, that's
which
why
is here
you've imported it
actually.
twice. Yes.
Yeah, and I guess this gets rid of the, okay, we can see the MetaMask puppet. Okay, this is what we have actually down here. We have this function, nothing fancy, but as we are reloading the app, reloading it, this MetaMask will pop up. This is because we have the is wallet connected function that's been called when at the initial states of our dApp when we don't have anything happening on it. I don't know how to explain some of the stuff. I always expect people to be like coders to understand, but use state helps us just call that function at the initial state. Anytime we reload, it's gonna call that function. It's gonna call that is wallet connected to check if we have, first of all, MetaMask installed to grab the Ethereum property, and then after grabbing the Ethereum property, we created a Web3 instance, and then later on we got the current provider. After getting that current provider, we went ahead and tried to connect it down here in my code. We got the NFT, this property. After we assume that it's good, it exists. What's gonna happen is we get a wallet, the list of wallet that we have, by making a call, a request call, and pass this method as parameter, which is an object actually. It's gonna list you all the accounts, and then the account that you choose is the one that's gonna be connected and the one that we sent here. So, and again, it's gonna reload the window. You understand? It means every time we also reload, this same thing is gonna happen here. So this function, connect wallet, is just the same as this one here down here. So this one, this is wallet connected. It's just checks for us if the wallet is connected, and it's gonna check it in our dApp, in our app, because our app is like the main should I say the main folder. App.js is the main file that where everything lies. So here's where we are rendering it, because we want to, every time the app renders, we want to, this is the English I wanted to use. Every time the app renders, we want to check the state if the wallet is connected. And if it's not connected, it's gonna pop up. It's gonna ask us, yo, I'm here, MetaMask, can you connect me? And you're gonna do the work. So this is where this is gonna be used for now. And then we're going to go ahead, go to the navbar, and then place the connection. Because right now you can connect it, but it won't show on the navbar. I don't know if it makes sense. Because the function is wallet connected, it just checks for us if wallet is connected. So the function then to connect the wallet is the connect wallet function. Those are two different functions. And then on the navbar, what we're going to care for, it's not a lot of stuff. Actually, it's going to be here, and we're going to grab, okay, we're going to get the account first. I'm sorry, some AI good AI tools can do my work. So we're going to get the address first, and what we're going to do is we're going to use this property down here to check if the account exists. We're going to play with some buttons a little bit. If the account is connected, we are going to show the value, and if it's not connected, we are not going to show the value. And this happens mostly here. We have the connect wallet. So if the wallets, if the connect what the sorry, if the wallet is there, after the account, there's an account connected, it should show create. It should actually help us create a NFT and all those stuff. If it's not there, it's gonna ask us to do us to go ahead and connect a wallet. So which I can just update with a couple clicks to make sure we're not wasting a lot of time on these. So I'm gonna grab these and put it here, right here for you, so you can be able to have the same experience as me. So we just do one thing, check if the wallet is connected. If the wallet is connected, all right. We call truncate. What is truncate? It's the function that, because we cannot display a wallet, it's a lot of letters, a lot of, a wallet is long. I don't know, it's how many characters long. We cannot display it. We want to display like the eight first letters and the last eight, 6 and 8, which makes 17 letters in total. We don't want to display all of it. And we're also trying to put in some points. I guess you'll see it once we connect the wallet. So, and this is the function that helps us do this. Again, where is this function located? In the blockchain tab, down here. Now, in the store tab, in the store function, in the store file, you'll find this. It just grabs the character, it grabs the text itself, and here you specify the first characters and the last and the maximum. So the text that we're going to have here is going to be the wallet address, the current connected address or account, which is the wallet address. And then we're going to say we're going to take 8 first letters, six first letters, and the last 7, and the total is gonna be, I don't know, 17 or something like that. It's just gonna do that for us. That's the use of it. So if you head back here, if the wallet is connected, it's gonna do it. It's gonna show the wallet address for us. If it's not, it's gonna ask us to connect. This is just an if statement that we are using here. So it's an inline if statement that we are using. We are checking, okay, is there any wallet? If yes, print the wallet with this function. And then if not, we print this. So the only thing I want you to focus on is this print. We are printing the account. We can just print it all fully there, but we don't want to do it because it's mess up the UI. But in the background, on the user's view, we're just printing the first letters and the last ones instead of putting the all of it. If it's not connected, we're still gonna have our connect button. And then on this our connect button, here's where a user can click connect. And connect, that's where a user can connect then the MetaMask to the platform. The platform to MetaMask and have our address already having a value. So I'm gonna go ahead and import it somewhere. So it's gonna be from here actually, and I'm gonna head back, make sure it's imported, because if it's not imported, it's not gonna read, it's gonna give us an error. So as you see on top here, we have this function that helps you connect when you click on the button, and this function that helps you check if the wallet is connected to different functions. So right now we're going to use this. It's the 10 of these. We are going to put it on the on-click button to help us go ahead and do it and connect the wallet. So we are doing this here. We are connecting the wallet. And that's that. I don't know if there's any other place I should place it, but for now, that can work. So we're just putting it on the connect button. We are calling the function connect wallet on the connect wallet button. But if we have it, we just display it instead of calling it. So if we head back here down, see if we have any errors. Nope. We're good. We're gonna check back our DApp. If we reload, what function will be called is wallet connected. We can deny it, no issues. If we call right here, This is the connect wallet button, and that's where we connect it. And once we connect it, it's gonna show the address. 5A letters, I don't know, 9 last letters, which makes 17. And this is how you view the address instead of viewing the full of it. So we're gonna make some changes here. Once you connect it, we wanted to put here your address too. So it looks the way it does here. When the user is connected on the default version, we see the same address here, right? And it influences the icon that we have. Trying to have the same experience right there. And all we can do is put in here the address. So I'm gonna do a quick update on that to make sure everybody, like, we have it there too. So I'll head back in my code. I'll check in my hero page. I'll scroll up here to see we have imported all our stores states, and we're gonna grab that one. We're gonna grab our connected account states out of them, and what we're going to do is we're going to display, we're going to uh, add it, we're going to add it down here. We're going to do the needing type of thing that I've been doing after the image. We want to print the address. If we don't have the accounts, we won't print it. So if we have the account, what we're going to do is it's the same thing. We just displaying the address, same like what we did on the navbar. We just grab the address. If it's connected, we print it. We print this. If it's not connected, we print this. If it's connected, we print it. We print the icon plus the wallet address, which is already truncated. Truncating an address is making sure it's just as short as what was I going to say? Truncating an address is making sure it's not occupied. We are not printing the whole value of it at once, but we are putting some value of it to make sure we're having a nice looking user interface. Okay, so that's all I wanted to say about that. But to cut it short, we can just do the code right here down to make sure we grab these. Let me just clear this up. And okay, let me pull this, take this down right there. If wallet is connected, if wallet is not connected, this means it's not connected. The exclamation mark on the front means if not connected, we print this, but we say connect your wallet. That's what you saw on our website. If it's connected, we're going to go ahead and do what? And try and play and read it. And reading it is just pressing the truncate function, which is gonna place the first and last and place the dot in the between, like we did on the other side. And this and the same values we are passing it here. That's why I said it's gonna affect this icon. This is just an icon that we put on that's been a trend on most marketplace. When a user does not put any profile, they usually use their wallet addresses to generate a different icon theme for him or for them. So right now, if we head back right here on our tab, what we're going to see is the wallet address is now showing right here. The same wallet address is here. Nothing fancy. This was just for some design look, but the most important was connecting wallet and check if wallet exists. So if we go here to the create NFT page, this it does not have anything, but the main thing that we can do now as a favor to ourselves is creating the NFT. And creating an NFT will ask us to go back in our code editor and look at what we have down here. In our functions, we have already gotten the contract. Remember, getting the contract is just calling the method if on the Web3 instance, and then calling contracts on ETH and passing the ABI and wallet address, and you get to go. At that point, you can get the contracts, and you can be able to interact with it. And this is what we are returning here. So this function will just return this. So the function gets Ethereum contracts. Ethereum contracts or Celo contracts, still the same, is the one that we're gonna use in all these functions when we are interacting with any contract. And for our first stage, we are going to work on this function. This function mostly helps us do what I was going to say. This function helps us post or create a token. Creating a token is minting a token. So you don't mind about the function name. This is just a function name that I'm using here, mint. I'm creating a variable called mint NFT, and I'm assigning to it a function, and a sync function. So this is just on Frontend. But on the smart contract, we have to use the same address, the same function name. So which I'm gonna show you why. Because if you don't do that, it's not gonna work for us. And to show you some of the to make sure that we are getting the right contract, what we can do for now is grab this function where we're getting the contract, pass it down here on our import sessions, and go back in our app. We want to check if our contract is reading, right? So
yeah, in the meantime, as you continue, there's a question. So what other libraries or tools can someone use to make development faster, right? Because even right now, you haven't used like frameworks like ethers.js, right? So yeah.
but we're using Web3.js to help us.
Web3.js, right?
Yeah. So
So what are the two libraries are there that someone can use, especially with integrating with Frontend? Yeah.
Somebody was really comfortable with API calls or GraphQL can just use the indexes like GraphQL itself, and also there's a bunch of Morales. I don't know if you're still working, but you can still use it. You can use third web also as the kind of indexing type of thing. So you can just be calling some functionalities as you do when you're implementing something with GraphQL. So you're gonna use Apollo, something like that, and you're gonna make the interaction easier. So for that, at that point, you're not gonna be making heavy like smart contract based interaction. So this is like the classic way of doing stuff. You just like, okay, I'm connecting your wallet. You just have to connect it. That's number one. Any Web3 contracts or any Web3 dApp or application, they'll ask you to connect a wallet. So you have to connect a wallet. After you connected the wallet, the other thing, like getting the contract address, dating the contract, you can do it through some indexes where you specify the values, in which I cited something like GraphQL, Morales, Third Web. You can use those, and it can help you to now focus more on which function should I call on which specifics stuff. What are like getting all of the crazy Web3 library in handy. If you want to drop them, you can just use some indexes. You can help you in that case. But in this case, as we want you to I understand, because the major thing is you understanding what you're doing before you get to the facilitation. Everyone else has to be facilitated, but you have to understand first of all what you're working on, and then move to the next step. So yep. I wanted to do what? I wanted to print our contracts and make sure we are getting the right contracts. Here we are returning it. Make sure we are logging it. And what we're gonna log is contract. And here we're gonna call all the method on our contracts, methods, and that's it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna redirect ourselves in our app, sorry, and we are going to place this somewhere here. We are importing it from Web3, from blockchain.services, and we are going to call this function here, and we can pass get contract. We can call this function in here, and after calling it, you can head back to the front end and try to inspect. When you're trying to inspect, you can let me do this. Give me a second. All right. So okay. When you try to, let me see, what am I getting wrong? I think we get a contract, we pass this guy, and we pass that guy, and we get to go actually. So let me head back here. We should see something like contracts, objects. Oh gosh, my bad. Basically our contract is reading, but we are having objects, which is crazy. But let me try to print it down for you so you can see what I'm talking about, what is wrong. Let me see down here. Oh, my bad. Let me print it on the other side, and on the app file down here, probably log it. Oh gosh, console.log. I'm gonna do this. Hop back there, close that one. Can this do it for us? Okay, still reading something from the tab. Anyways, let's try to make a call and see if it's gonna influence anything. Oh no, let me try debugging this. Wait, function call. We get back here. Let me try printing that one. All right, my bad. I've been having like some errors right there for some reasons, but here's how our contract looks like. And we are going to focus on is the methods we have. Methods we have are the functions that we have on the smart contracts, and how are we getting them to display here is because we are using the ABI and the contract address. So with the help of both of those, we can be able to interact with the smart contracts on blockchain. So that's what I meant by the ABI as an application binary interface. So it's combining with the the address when you trying to get it by making a request on the Ethereum node or Ethereum instance, you can go ahead and get your contracts, and you can be able to interact with different functions that he has. He has get all NFT, he has get all NFTs, get transactions, get approved transaction, get my NFT, which gets your list of NFTs, get your get a one NFT holders. A lot of functions are here. Here's where you mint. For you to mint, you have to call the function pay to mint, which in our previous contract was create token. So it's just still the same thing, but different function names. But these are the function. If you call a function that's different from what you have here, you're gonna run into an error. You should call the exact function that you're having to make sure we are having the same output, or you're having your ABI and contract address matches what you're calling. So we're gonna jump back in the code editor and start working on this one down. We've printed that one. We don't need it anymore. We're gonna go down here where we said we are going to we're going to mint, and minting comes with uploading the image to Pinata. Pinata is just non-chain file storage. So we are going to store our data on chain, and the data that we are mostly interested in our case is the file, the image file. Okay, this is the basic NFT. Just want us to be able to push our file to IPFS and then get it, store our NFT values on the contract itself, and then get it back, use it for whatever case or whatever thing we want to do. So if we scroll down here, what we're gonna do is we are going to make some calls down here. Yeah, we're going to make a couple calls. We're going to get the price, because this comes with the price, title, and description is arguments. So here we're passing our arguments. First of all, the arguments, every NFT has a title, as you saw. He has a description. He has the metadata. Metadata is the image, and the price is the price that we use to set. So blockchain does not take like the number that we give directly to them. We have to compare them to weight. So the conversion to weight is any number that you try. Okay, any transfer that has numbers. Exactly, every transfer has numbers. Every amount that you're trying to send to the blockchain, it has to be in weight. And every amount that you're trying to read to a user, it has to be in ether. So we are using the window, and you know this window is the property we got here. It's just the Web3 instance that we are using to convert our price, which might be 1 or 2 to weight. And converting the price to weight is gonna be adding on it 18 zeros. 18 zeros because 1 ETH equals 1 raised to the 18th. 1 raised to the 18th, which means it's 1 and 18 zeros. So that's how that's the conversion. It's not me making it, it's already something. That's why it's just the units of Ethereum. We have Wei, we have Gwei, we have ETH. 1 ETH equals 1 and 18 zeros Wei. So that's it. So we are converting our value to Wei, and we are using just Web3.js utils to Wei. This function is still in the docs of Web3. Like if you're trying to be more of a guy who wants to know everything, try to look after the Web3 JS, and the function to convert any value to way. Conversion of numbers to way using Web3.js is gonna bring to you something like this, where you have to pass your value as a string and then specify a value. Specify these arguments if, but you know you're converting it to way, and we are getting the smart contract. Our contract is up here and we've loaded it already. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make this call to call our account. After calling our account, we are going to go ahead and try to get our price, as every marketplace has a commission. So we have the price, which is the parameter that we're trying to convert. We have the contract that we're getting, so we can call the function on it. We have our account, which is us, the current connected account. And then we have our price, which is the commission, still in way. And we have here I was just trying to print it down for you so you can see, and I'll still do so you kind of have the feel of what are the values we are trying to pass in, or what are the arguments we are going to send to the blockchain. And we know this function of ours takes title, description, metadata, price. And then here, this is one thing you should understand about dealing with payable functions. And especially where you are trying to get a value, you're trying to get a commission, or you're trying to get a smart contract to store your value. You have to, if you're using Web3.js, you have to add this extra method on top. Now you are sending this function from this account and you're passing this value. Why? I can take you back to my smart contracts here. Oh gosh. Let me take you to my smart contracts so this can be simple to understand. Keep you on the same page right here and down here. You can go to Mercado NFT and you go to pay to mint. Pay to mint grabs, first of all, checks if your cost, if the amount you're trying to put is greater than the cost. What is the cost? Cost is one of the value defined above here. Cost is our commission. Our commission is 0.01 ETH, which in this case is gonna be 0.01 Celo. So this ETH is just 0.01 and then 18 numbers. Because this ETH means 18 numbers, because it's just one of the units that can be used in Solidity for now to symbolize the 18 zeros that comes after one when you're trying to convert one ETH to Gwei. So what we're going to do here, we know that for any user to list an NFT, they have to have our commission first of all. Their value has to be more, because we have our commission. We need our commission for the listing, and then we are going to check if the URI exists, if the NFT is already minted. If it's not minted, we are going to do all these checks. Check if the user is the owner. Check if he has enough commission to put in, and check if the NFT is already lifted. Otherwise, if he has all of those, we are going to upload the NFT, which brings us back here. I'm trying to explain this value because we are grabbing this value as the NFT commission. And as we have it like that, we are going to run back here in our, here. And we are going to explain now what's going on. We know we have 4 parameters, and then we have this extra function. This extra function does not belong to the contract. It's just that we are sending value to the contract, and we should specify what's the value and from which account. That's why we're adding this send. I don't know if it makes sense. We are calling the function payments, which is the function on our contracts as we saw. And then what else do we do is we go ahead and send the value, send the commission. You see here we're passing the commission. And this is basically how it works. So how are we uploading this metadata to IPFS, like the NFT image to IPFS? This is what you're going to do in the function above. Uploading this to IPFS will ask you to have a couple things. First of all, you can head back to here, go to Pinata, because in our case we're using Pinata to make it easy for you. If you go to Pinata, let me put here Pinata. Oh, my bad. If you go to Pinata, right there, you're gonna be able to create keys. If you try to scroll down here, they'll ask you to go and create keys because we're using the API of Pinata to upload our value. And for us to upload the value, we have to create keys. And when you create a new keys, it comes with some credentials, which are the JWT and the API key and the API key secret. Those are the things that every one of these has. So to make it simple, I'm gonna create an extra one for you, and I'll call it DAO Live. You can call it any name. Shouldn't contain that. Okay, DAO Live. And you have to tick all of these. Once you tick just admin, it ticks all of it. You can specify how many NFTs you want to upload or images, but for me, I want, which is gonna give me the things I've told you: the API key, the API secret, and the JWT. These are the credentials that are gonna make you eligible to upload a file. Because for you to upload, you have to have a key, and that key is just like it's just like a key that gives you access to specific storage that's allocated to you. So you can copy this. To me, I copied my details. I went back in here. Oh, let me see. I went back in constants, and I've pasted the JWT. It's not great to keep it like this. You can create, you can install .env and create a .env file, place all of them in. But for now, you can just go ahead and put them here to keep it quick. But it's better you keep them hidden because these are your keys. No one else to see them except yourself. So you put them, mine, here's the JWT, here's the API key, and here's the secret. So what am I gonna do with this function? So basically I'm gonna have to make an API call to that function right now. So we are going to look at something that's already in the docs. So this function is on the docs of what? Of Pinata. If you're trying to upload a file, you can check them. I can just share them with you right now after pasting. If you go down here, my bad, and you go to how to interact with Pinata, you can go to IPFS API right there. Here you can just do some checks. You can check if you're connected, if you have a great permission to that, and you can go to upload a file. And uploading the file with JavaScript, you are going to do all of these, which is you pass your token right there, you pass the content type, and you can upload a file. So they have different type of functionality that you can go for and do the same thing and achieve the same thing that I'm achieving. But I'll take you back and explain what we have. Here, what we are having is we have to we need an argument, we need a file. So if we have a file is the file that we are going to pick from our local computers to upload it. If you have that file, we are going to add it to the form data and we're going to append it. So after appending, we are going to create the new instance of form data, and then we're going to append it to the file. After appending it to it, we're going to create this const response. This is exactly what's this is what's in the docs of Pinada. You just create a response variable, you fetch, and you fetch by passing some arguments. The first one is this Pinada API cloud pinning IPFS, pinning file to IPFS. The second one comes with the method. It's an object where we have the key. It's an object where we have the key method and we have post. We have the body. We pass the form data. You understand? So is like in simple words, we are making a call post call to our API, and the API needs to be authenticated. The authentication is being passed here, where we pass the API key and the API key secret. And which method that we calling is post. What is the data that we are posting is the image, the file, which is here, which we appended to this form instance. So if that is okay, if we have a response, it's gonna do it. It's gonna we're gonna get it into JSON, and then we're gonna get the API. Like we're going to log it. We're going to return its IPFS. Sorry, image hash. Image hash consists of having the IPFS gateway.pinada.cloud/IPFS/ we get the data and we grab the IPFS hash. So only like uploading this image here will create a hash for you. And that hash is the one that you're going to use down here. You're going to pass it as a value in your end route to try to load your image now in an actual link or URL. Your image will be posted at a given URL. The URL is composed of the IPFS hash plus this kind of gateway, something like that. So what else are we gonna do is now going to the create NFT page, which is in our component, and we're going to scroll up here. We see that at this point we are having this function that we have to import. My bad. We have this function that we have to import. The function meet, which is already here. So how we implement that? We're going now to use this API upload to IPFS. So my bad, it's duplicated. Using the upload to IPFS right there and paste it right here. This is also a function that we are going to use. I can easily get the rest of it, right? All our functions that are going to use, they are defined here. We're going to export them so they can be visible in our file, accessible in our file. So other file in our file, which is create NFT right there. Remember, it's a model that pops up. We are going to import them, and after importing them, we'll be then ready, able to use them down here. What happens is we are creating a function we are creating a variable called handle submit, and which is equal to NSX function. We pass in an event and we prevent this. We prevent by default, called prevents by default. So when we click on the function, it does not And that's how we have, and that's the simplest way I can use for that. I'm not trying to go into some JavaScript right now. So what we're gonna do right there is we are going to get here, and I'm gonna grab also some other bunch of codes and put it here for us, and then go through them. Because if I start coding, it may take hours. So what we are having here, we are going to create a state. Again, these states, all that we are creating here, we can still go ahead and pass them here. You understand? Pass them down here and use them. But as we are not gonna be using those in a lot of our components, I just kept them here. So creating title, set title is similar to going here and creating here title. So this is gonna be the setter, this is gonna be the getter, and this is gonna be the user. So we are creating all these. Every should I say every parameter that we're going to pass, or every argument that we're going to pass to the function mint, which is going to be sent to the pay to mint on the smart contract, should be gotten on the form from the form. And we are talking about title, we're talking about price, talking about description and file. So we're also trying to get to set an image base 60. It's just a way to convert an image and to make sure we are grabbing the exact same part of it and send it to. Okay, I'm tripping right now. Okay, we are
It's okay. So I think it would be because the audience will also start to drift off also. So because of the interest of time, yeah. So you've really done really well explaining all the components and how you integrate with the smart contract, how you use Web3.js essentially to connect with the wallet and to interact with the smart contract essentially and get your methods from the ABI, right? So the next thing would be, because there's one function which we have not implemented yet. It was for buy all NFTs, right? Can you just scroll down?
Yes, let me scroll down. Here, buy NFT. It's here.
No. Sorry, so okay, there are these functions here which we haven't implemented yet, right? So the best thing we do is just list down all the methods, or rather all the features, so we give them as an assignment so they can use this as a template, so they can go learn essentially how we have used Web3.js to connect and interact with the smart contract, and they can try out to implement some of these methods, right? So they can build on top of the existing marketplace template which we have, and they can add more features essentially. Yeah, so whatever we haven't tackled here, yeah, even if there are any extra methods, you can add them and put them as blanks so that they can become to-dos, so that they can our participants can handle them as assignments. Yeah.
All right. Can I finish this function for the audience?
Okay, please do.
So here in the create component, create NFT component, we create this one function called handle submit, and this function handles the submission of our NFT details to the smart contract. What we do first is we have to get all the properties or all the parameters. Where I'll call them arguments. You're going to fetch title, price, description, and file URL from the form. How do we do them? We create these use states and setters of them, and then we get down here where we're trying to get each one of them, depending on where they're, depending on what was I going to say? Depending on the type of it, you can see here we're setting title, where we're trying to get a title, and same will apply to the rest. We will try to get on change, grab the event, and get a target. You get a value of it. This is some React stuff going on. Yes, I'm focusing on the implementation, on the interaction, but I'm trying to show you that you get the value from the form. If you know form, you can handle data form, or you have done it before, this is gonna be easy. Just get them, the value from the form, and which are stored in these states. Right now we have the states that have all those data. For the image, it's gonna be kind of similar, but we're trying to create a reader here. After getting the image, we are going to set it to our base image is for 60, set base image 60, and then we are going to set our file here. Remember again, we are trying to get all images, but we get files, but we pick the one that's selected. We get files from our file, our folder, because we have a lot of images, a lot of stuff, but we are picking images. They are coming a lot, but we pick the first one, and we set it to this one, to the variable file URL. So how do you do the upload to Pinata? This is where it comes. We know that we have already created our function, which where we make the function calls we make the API calls to Pinata, and all we need to pass is the file URL. So we are going to import Pinata on top from blockchain services, and then what we're going to do is we are going to create a constant called metadata URI, and then call that function. This function needs a file URL, and this function is on top here. This function, when we call it over there, it's gonna upload an image for us on Pinata, and then store that image URL in here. The image URL is gonna be here. Does it make sense? So here, just try to put all the. I created this NFT variable and put the value, the description, the URL, which is already on Pinata, and the price, and I'm gonna pass them here. So here's where we're making the call. We are making a call to this function mint, and we are passing title, description, metadata URI, and price. You make sure all what you're doing makes sense or matches all your parameters, matches the argument. Because here I'm having this argument, they are matching my parameters here. Because you can see I have title, I have description, I have metadata URI, I have price, and I'm passing them here when I call this function. And this function, guess it does what? It goes ahead and mints for me an NFT on the contracts by passing this, and it just pays the fee for me. So you as users on the front end, if you're a user, you're not a builder, you don't care about all what's happening. But in the background, you should know that you are paying a fee of 0.01 Ether or 0.01 Celo, which goes to the platform. That's the listing fee. So that's how it works. Here we're passing the file to the NFT to the mint NFT, and then this session you go down here, which calls this function, and this function does what it calls. So we are making calls. The user himself call handle NFT. This handle NFT takes the NFC data, it passes them as arguments to the mint function, and then in the background, the mint function calls for us the pay to mint because you paid a fee to mint an NFT. That's why I call it pay to mint. So pay means on the smart contract and pass the values, and then after sending the fees, you're going to be able to mint an NFT. So if I go back here and try to see where is this function called now, I can scroll down and you'll see like when you submit this form, because this is the form, when you submit this form, it calls this function. So what is the button to submit? The button to submit should be down somewhere here, and it's called, okay, it's called mint somewhere, or create NFT, something like that. But it's there. Once you click on it, it's just gonna call these functions which update the data on IPFS. After updating it on IPFS, it sent it to our contract, its parameters. After sending it to our contract, its parameters, our NFT is created. Now we will have one NFT. So if we head back to our user interface here, my bad. So I'll put here, I'll try to do this, make sure we don't have any errors. Okay, it's still connected. We don't have any NFTs for now. So for us to get NFTs, what we're going to do is we are going to create. So once we create, we pass what? Let me try to do this so you can see when it's gonna print it out. Okay, we can create any NFT, but you won't see it until we display all NFTs. So I'll grab another guy. Let me grab this. That's not gonna be good. Let me grab that. I'll say Artemis NFT. Artemis arc. So I'll say I'm putting it at 2 Celo. Once I put 2 Celo, I'll make sure that I have 2.0, more than 2.01 Celo. Sorry, I have 0.01 Celo that I have to pay as fee. So here I can put whatever description I want, and I can mint. Oh gosh, my bad. My minting is having an issue when I'm trying to mint. I'll get chicken.
Okay. So I think in the interest of time, we can do debugging a bit later before getting the assignment so that we can release the team, because we've gone past the 2-hour mark. Yeah. So before releasing this assignment, we'll just debug and see where the minting failed.
Okay.
Yeah. I think maybe it's the issue with like the IPFS or something. We did connect to IPFS first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that's where it's failing.
Yeah. I did not import the values. That's why I should have imported them. So once I put them here, it's gonna solve that issue for me, because we tried to access these properties which it couldn't find. Right now, it has them. So if we go back to the browser, this time it has to be nice to me, because I don't have time for the fails. So okay, right here, I'll grab that one. Say this is Artemis. Put it at 2. Okay.
Nice.
All right. It shouldn't play. It shouldn't play, but it looks like I have a smaller amount on this account. Oh gosh. I don't feel okay about this. Let me see if I have a larger one. Oh, what's the issue? rejects that one. Oh, I had a thing like around 0, like I don't know. And this is on meetings, probably shifted to, wow, I cannot understand what's going on. Let me disconnect this and place a new wallet. Probably the last one. And go ahead and create. Oh gosh. Can't create until I'm connected. So I'm the current user. I'll grab some of these, put any title, put any price. Oh gosh, what is going on? Put any price and any description. And matter of fact, let me inspect it so I know what's going on with these. Okay. So I can send this data code. We're not able to estimate transactions, whatever. Okay, okay. It's whatever 1,000. Kind of like a normal bag. Meanwhile, it can be passing the assignments while I'm fixing this small bag.
Yeah. Gallian, yeah, we don't want to keep people here a lot. Yeah, we're way past the time. Yeah, so we'll just fix that before everything else. Yeah.
Sure. Let me do so. Oh gosh. So I'll go ahead.
Yeah, you can fix that a bit later on before releasing the code for the assignment.
All right.
All right, yeah. Because it will take a bit more, a few more minutes. And we don't want to keep people longer than the 2-hour mark.
Well, makes sense. So
Yeah.
I guess it's something here. And that one. And right there. Okay. All right. So I guess I should now try to return to the create NFT page. Make sure I have the right sample rounds. Or I just have the same NFT page. Okay, so at this point, let's try testing. Okay. Our image has been updated. Has been okay. Okay, this was more of a dub failure itself, but we can try to work on that right now. It's good. I don't want to list this twice. Let me have these. Scooter 3 description. I don't know what's the issues. The API or the function calls.
Yeah, so we are going to debug this after the session. No worries.
45. Okay.
Okay, Gallian, yeah. I think we
Yes.
can end there for now, so that I can release the people, and then we can continue debugging before releasing it. No worries.
Sure. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you guys have a great night. And please, I guess the assignments will be found here. Some of the functions now worked on by an update NFT. Those are the things you work on, but this one is gonna be uploaded with the two of them, with the mint and get all NFC already debugged. So you're gonna see them.
So I think to help out, you can like put out a bit more documentation in like the in whatever it's supposed to do,
README.
some bit of more comments. Okay, a readme is okay also, and also during well, in the methods you can write some small comments just to say, okay, this one does this one does this, and then so
All
that they
right.
can be able to understand where to connect to. Yeah.
Okay, I'll post some comments on top of each function to help you guys like grasp what's going on with each function. I
Yeah.
guess that's okay.
Yeah, that's very okay. So, in case anyone has any questions, you can still post them in the chat here, but you can also ask them in the Telegram group. In the event you are stuck or you haven't understood something, but otherwise, thank you very much, Galian. Thank you very much, Soliu. So they have been our two lovely instructors who have finished off our bootcamp with a bang, essentially. So from here on, what's left is we're going to give you guys time to finish through all the assignments from week 1. So there are actually 3 assignments, not 4. So you just finish through with the assignments, and we have mini awards. So the guys who will be able to properly at least add some bit more features on the existing marketplace, we can give them some small token of appreciation. But otherwise, the goal has been for you guys to at least understand some bit of the foundation and concepts. So we hope by the course of this 4-week bootcamp, you have come out with something, you've understood something. So we will be doing this also next year. So stay tuned. Even if you were not able to fully understand this right now, because of the interest of time, we had to push everything into 4 weeks. But coming next year, we're going to hold bootcamp specific for the audience. So we're going to have completely beginner level bootcamps. So we start from the very beginning from scratch. And then we'll also have advanced boot camps to cater for seasoned devs who at least have some bit of experience using Solidity, writing in JavaScript, and also maybe in Web 2, so that we can focus on other things, like example, using building AI agents and all these other things, right? But otherwise, thank you very much, guys. It has been so lovely going through this journey with you guys in the 4-week period. We've also, it has been also lovely for us to cater to you guys. We're going to share the last assignment in the Telegram group once everything is done and cleared out. And then we're going to take a break so that we give you guys time to go digest everything, rewatch the recordings. All of the classes are recording, so you can rewatch everything from the scratch, attempt all the assignments, finish up and submit. And then, yeah, after the end of December, during the first week of January, we're going to go through all the assignments, we're going to grade them, and then we're going to award the best marketplaces, or rather the best implementations. Yeah, so you're not confined to the implementations we have. If you want to add more features, you can just go for it. But the whole point is to learn and at least understand how you integrate the front end with the smart contract. Yeah, and so with that, guys, I think I can release you now. You can go rest a bit, have fun. Thank you for bearing with us with the 2-hour session and following through. And yeah, do you have anything to say, Galet?
Oh yeah. Actually, the starter kit is there. Everything is gonna be shared with you, and I'm gonna have this session repeated. Me only, not live coding, because of course I'm getting thirsty every time. So I'm gonna be having this session recorded separately after the reward has been given, so no one cheats. I'll record this same
Okay.
session Yeah, and you can be able to find it on the Celo Africa DAO YouTube channel.
YouTube channel. Okay.
But also, yeah, a lot
They
of people
should
join our group.
smash that like button.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if they have any issues, so they can reach out to us on Telegram. Yeah. So
All
we
right.
have a lot. So
Yeah, and please don't forget to show us the love. Please hit on the subscribe button on YouTube channel so that you can be more updated with because we'll be releasing more content on our YouTube channel with regards to blockchain development on Celo. So yeah, kindly hit on the subscribe button, hit on the notifications tab, and yeah, what else do YouTube people say? Click on the like, subscribe.
Smash those like button. Comment.
Yeah.
Smash that like
Comment.
button.
Show us some love, guys. But otherwise, it has been so nice being with you during the 4-week period. You can now at least rest and go home. But please don't celebrate too much. Remember to finish the assignments. Remember, we stay locked in. So as you continue to celebrate your holidays, we wish you all the best in your holiday period. Don't forget to continue reading so that you can reinforce whatever you've been learning. And yeah, see you guys next month. Yeah. Happy holidays, everyone.
Happy
Happy holidays. So we'll see you guys next year, January, during the first week. But we will still be available on Telegram, please. In case you're stuck, just mention in the group, and we will, wherever we are going to be, we are going to try and respond. Yeah. Otherwise, thank you guys. I'm now going to. No, Jota, why are you laughing?
I know people are going to the moon.
I'm expecting my New Year gift from Cindy and Jordan. And
please. Yeah. So you're the one who's supposed to be giving us a New Year gift now.
No, you're my boss. So
when?
You are my boss, so you need to do your voice very well.
Okay.
My wallet.
It's gonna be an airdrop.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an airdrop, right? All right. Okay, bye guys. I'm going to end the stream right now. Thank you very much for tuning in. See you guys. Finish. Sorry?
The pictures you normally take. Have you taken the pictures or should we be going?
Yeah, we have. So so thank you very much, guys, and yeah, let me just end the stream. Okay, see you guys next week. Okay, sorry, not next week. See you guys next year, January. Please don't forget to finish your assignments. We have some mini awards which are going to give out. So if you want us to stay with the money, we can, and we're going to eat it actually. So we're going to eat it very well because it's going to be free money for us. But yeah, just finish up the assignments. Yeah. Okay. Bye. Love you guys. Bye.
Yeah. If you're in Kenya.